Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy daylight savings, ladies.
Oh, I thought you were saying Happy de la Soul. De la All Souls Day or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wow.
Well, that was yesterday, right? I mean, yes, because today's Sunday. We record on the weekend. It'll be out Wednesday. So this show will come out when a president is hopefully decided.
Oh,
Fuck!
God. My heart just sank into my butt.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
Money Mama's putting $1 million on Biden Harris. I'm done.
Oh, look at that. Good bet. I like it. I
bet.
like it. I want a piece of that bag for sure. Yeah. There's been a lot of anxiety building up.
Yeah,
Really,
for 4
with
years.
a knife. Yeah, seriously.
I hope people put their crystals out, kissed it, and screamed Biden Harris.
Yeah.
And
we got to
let
manifest
the full moon.
it.
Yeah. Pray to that moon goddess, man.
Well, I've been so encouraged, though, by the turnout and the people talking about it. So that's good.
Young people.
Yeah.
Young people turn out.
Mobilizing.
They're gonna be the factor.
I think so. I really think so. You know, if they want change, I've talked a lot, to like friends or whatever, and there are a lot of movements that happen, and it's the ones that can mobilize from the grassroots efforts on the streets to actually getting to the polls and like making change. You can say, and when you see people like AOC, and the squad, it just gives you so much hope for the future of politics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited when I see them.
T.O. Bernie.
I mean, they all live rent free in that dumb White House bitch in president's head for free.
Yep. Well, you saw AOC was on Vanity Fair, the cover of Vanity Fair, and all the Republicans were like, "Oh, she's wearing $14,000 worth of clothing," and she was like, "You guys know how photo shoots work, right?
Yeah.
She don't own that. The clothes
it's borrowed."
They give me the clothes. I didn't go out and buy it.
Maybe they just do shoots for the cover of NRA, where they have to they get to keep the guns or something. I don't know.
They do their weekly community newsletter when they're go to TJ Maxx and get a nice sweater.
They get in there the supermarket circular for the coupons or whatever. I don't
a penny saver.
No, we get to keep it in the penny saver. Yeah, that's the future is bright. I don't know what's going to happen because we just saw recently in the social media about Biden Harris van being trying to get driven off of the side of the road by a Trump rally. So it's getting really, but at the same time, I really hope, I think we should also, I wish the media would highlight also the really good stuff that are happening. Tina Charles was out at the polls and she waited in line to vote. And then she was creating care packages for the people that were waiting in line. So, there is a lot of goodwill. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. Even with more than an athlete still, being crusading. I know the LA Sparks and the Lakers got together. They were going down to Staples. There's a lot of people showing up on social media and doing more than just, and also understanding we got to beyond the vote, right? Whatever happens, we got to go even beyond that. And then also into our local government, as we've talked to in the past with our other guests and amongst ourselves. We're judges and superintendents and all the propositions. I kept my ballot book with all the ones I circled so I could see, how my propositions are going to go.
Oh, you did? That's like an Oscar night where you pick who wins.
Totally. It better not be Green Book. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. So there's a lot of anxiety in the air. And I think today we don't have a guest. So our format's going to kind of go back to us just talking about different topics. And especially because I am seriously in crazy banana mode. As some of you may know, I'm moving. I'm in a move stage where it's that crazy, boxed stuff and still need a box, and that's happening. So I don't even know if I'll have internet. I'll be doing next week's show from like, my phone or something. So we'll see what's happening, but it's going to be us for a little bit. Also, I'm too afraid to like ask for guests, because if they say yes, I'm like, oh man, we really got to plan for that. Need a little more flexibility, because last time I had to like move our show because I had to get my scooter towed and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to keep it a little more basic per the usual. But with that, Karen, you're wearing a furry coat. What's happening in San Francisco? What's going on in the Bay? Tell us. Bet on women. What's happening?
As a cold front, we're shifting to weather gals right now, because the sports I like is done. So I don't.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, what else to talk about? Money, weather, and of course voting. Right? Like, that's about it. So Halloween that passed, but we got a lot coming up. So what else is going on here? A whole lot of nothing. That's it.
Waiting pattern.
Yes.
Waiting pattern. Yeah.
Yep.
How's it going in Utah, Kendall? How's it going? How's it hanging?
Same old, same old. We're seeing, record COVID spikes here, especially in the area I'm at. So we are pretty much on lockdown again. Well, our household is. We've put ourselves on lockdown.
Good.
Over the weekend, we did our last few runs to Costco and Walmart to get the necessities, because we're not going to go out there for a while and battle all of that until it's taken care of. Because unfortunately, I'm in a state where a lot of the people don't think that what's happening is real until it officially happens to them. So until then, we're just going to buckle down and hang out.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Oh yeah, I ran into my first. I had to go to Walmart yesterday, and I was waiting for a cart because it was packed, because we got a mass email or a mass text message from the Utah governor saying, cases are through the roof,
right,
down, all that kind of stuff. So Walmart was like jam packed. So I was waiting for a cart. There was an elderly man who was there handing out masks to people, which, first of all, that's really sad to me that an elderly man is having to work at Walmart. He was probably in his 80s.
Wow.
Like, old.
Wow.
So that was really sad. And he's handing out masks, which he's not going to be able to fight people who don't want to wear them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm standing there waiting, and this young couple, probably my age, maybe younger, walk by, no mask, and he tries to hand them to him. And this was my first encounter with this, and I'm telling you, my blood was fucking boiling. He turns around and he goes, "Oh, no. I have a health condition."
What?
And before, I'm like, you are literally telling this to an elderly man who's having to work at Walmart because his government failed him, and he's having to pay his bills during a pandemic. And he's like more than likely the one person in here who's going to get this if anybody gets it. And you're going to tell him you have a health condition. And before I could like put it all together, they were like gone because they didn't want to deal with anyone's crap. But I was just like, oh my God, if I have to, like, my brain was quick enough. I would be like, the only health condition you two have is that you're selfish assholes. Oh my God. I was like livid. I was like, where are they? I finally got my cart. I was like, where are they? We all just got a text message. This is going through the roof and our hospitals are overflowing, and you two are, I have a health condition. Like, come on.
But then, you shouldn't be out.
No. Like,
you shouldn't be out.
My blood was like boiling. I just walked into Walmart, and that's not a fun experience to begin with.
Yeah, right. You're right. And they had to pull all the guns from the Walmart.
I know.
Because they're too afraid of fucking, escape from New York situation where you're going to get someone like Snake Plissken going in there and breaking the, counter and getting the guns. It's crazy.
It is
crazy. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that was my first experience with that. And I was like, I couldn't, my body was just hot.
Oh man, I haven't had to encounter anything like that, but I can only imagine what was going through your mind. Oh, I would have.
I know. And they were gone. They said it and they were gone. And by the time I was like, what just happened?
Oh,
and then I was waiting for my cart, and I was like, oh man, I hadn't missed my opportunity to say anything. But
oh my God. that's incredible. You know, I think about so much. I think about that so much. That's why I just stay inside. I'm too afraid that I'm just going to rage if I see any stupidity like that. Like,
It's
I just stay inside. I order all the shit that, you know, we can online, and I try to like minimize. We should just minimize. I don't know. Oh, well, you're a better person than most, because at least you were trying to figure out what the fuck to say.
Yeah. Yeah. If we see that, I just tell Ollie, get the fuck away from this person, this dumbass.
Yeah.
And I say it a little loud, like a passive aggressive.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, had I had my cart, it would have been on. I would have been all up on them. But I was like, I need my cart. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be. And then what just happened? Oh my God. Yeah.
That whole scenario is being played out across this country. And even if, you know, well, we are hoping we're going to get a new president. And even when that happens, I think about like all the people that have been that way. Like, how do you change that? They're not sorry. They're not embarrassed. They have no shame. And they're just the ones that continue to bring the country down. And quite frankly,
we're definitely at a weird point in history where it's like we have one side that's claiming civil war, but the other side is like, we haven't agreed to that. So like, you're basically just gonna attack us unprovoked. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
that's so weird,
right?
It's so weird.
Two sides have to be like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, it's so weird.
On their diet of Cheetos, I doubt they'll have the stamina to attack me.
Exactly.
Like, exactly. It's just they're all just so brainwashed.
It's so weird though how much we have to be on the defense though. You know, if you want to take it into like a sports analogy, it's like we're always playing defense against these people, and it's exhausting because you also I would love to, you know, not have to worry about. I haven't seen my family. I have not seen my family.
Yeah.
I miss my family. I haven't seen them since Christmas of last year.
Yeah. Right. My family's 45 minutes away, and like it took 9 months to see my Ollie to see her best cousin with masks on a socially distanced hike. And then we're having we can't even decide what to do for Thanksgiving and Christmas because it's like we all get tested and then stay indoors or go outside and get fucking heat warmers.
That's a lot.
Well, yeah, and then you have Newsom who put out all those regulations, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not doing what you tell me." It's like he can't win. He either shuts it down and he gets shit on. He opens stuff back up. He's still getting shit on. And he's putting out these things, giving guidelines. They're guidelines. They're unenforceable. You're not. Nobody's knocking on everybody's door to see if you're, you know, actually having 3 households and you're only there for 2 hours and you're outside. Nobody's doing that. But it takes so much more energy to just bitch and moan about it than to just go about your business. I feel like these people who walk into these stores wake up and they're like, I want to, oh my God, a giant truck with 17 Trump flags just drove by me. I'm not even kidding.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Oh my God. But it takes so much more. Like they wake up and they're like, where can I cause a scene and be the center of attention today? It takes more effort to be an asshole than it does just to be a kind, decent person.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Smiling and frowning.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Just put on your thing. Nobody will say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. And I have moments in store when we have to run whatever errands and I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. I want to take this off, but I don't take it off. I go, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
We're done.
My glasses are fogging up.
Let's go home so we can take that shit off and breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you.
Weird times.
And it's that simple, oh, I can't breathe behind my mask. Oh, so you don't want to be able to breathe in general because your lungs are fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Say that to a surgeon who wears it for 18 hours a day or however long it is, you know.
So true. Yeah. Or anybody who has to do manual labor, What about all the farm workers that are out there picking the food we're eating and they have to wear that? It's just like it's
in the heat.
I don't know that's why it's like there is like definitely an ideological and like a spiritual thing happening where we're seeing these people that honestly they don't care about other people. That's the
thing. Yeah, that's the crux of it. You're right.
Yeah, it's my rights.
Yeah, that is at the, and it's funny because they don't want the government and all these other things, but they will want government in women's bodies.
I saw somebody saying like they claim freedom, but it's really just freedom to control other people.
Yeah,
is what they want.
Yeah, because we could do a whole episode on this pro-life argument.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you're not good with women choosing to abort because they can't afford or have a child, but you're not into welfare. You're not into free health care and her getting her hospital bills paid or getting free food to raise this kid. Or you're okay with kids at the border being caged. Like, shut your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
You're pro-life, but you don't wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're okay for the death penalty. I mean, like there's a lot of
so weird. It's so bizarre. And it's just like a death cult. It's like it's a hypocritical death cult. And even the Pope is like, y'all need to chill. The Pope has been like, you need to fucking chill.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Trump's like, I will fight the Pope.
Right.
He's like, what? The sleepy Pope said this about me.
Pointy head Pope.
The Pocahontas said this about me.
It doesn't. I mean,
yeah, that's where we're at.
I mean, it's all capitalism at this point, man.
I don't know what
it just all stems
anymore.
from that bullshit.
Fascism.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Well, at least we all have a plan, right? We all have a plan on how to keep each other safe, how to keep everybody around us safe, whether we know them or we don't know them. And we got our votes in. We got our plan on how to get other people to vote. I've been like spraying our social media with vote. I
love it. Yep. Did you see too? I don't know if it's because I'm a Facebook employee, but there was a highlight that said vote. But what it did is it took stories from all the people you follow that used the word vote in there. And I was like, because I was seeing our content, I was seeing stars that I follow and friends. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
It changed it to like red, white, and blue around there.
Yeah.
Their story, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's so cool. That's
so Facebook is doing something okay for the.
Yeah.
They're only doing that for the people who say vote Trump, though. That's
where they have it. The hashtag has to also have that.
Vote Russia is where they're doing.
Exactly.
I'm silent on that one. I need my job.
You're like kind of a plug, kind of a positive for my employee. I get it. I feel you. I feel the flex. Cool. Well, before we move on to our what we're going to talk about today, I just wanted to do our little house cleaning as we normally do in our updates. Make sure you download the Good News Radio app. It is really, I'm telling you, the updates are amazing, and we want to support our network and support local businesses, Black-owned businesses, Los Angeles businesses. So make sure you download it. I think it's still free now, and then it's going to get charged. So get in before they start like charging and they prorate. And you get a bunch of cool shows in addition to ours, not just sports, but also in lifestyle, like what was it? Never Not Extra, Ladies Night, Brunch with Besties. There's so many good ones. So check that out. Make sure you download it.
Plus, you get notified on Wednesdays when you can listen to our show. And
That's right.
Why not?
You get a push notification.
Push.
Yeah, you get to push it. Push
and
it
tap
real
in,
good.
Baby. Tap in.
That's right. Push it, tap in. you'll be able to hear us on Wednesday at 6:30. Let's see. Also, make sure you just subscribe to our other wherever else you listen to podcasts, so you get the notification. And that usually comes on after we premiere on the app, so you can listen to it on replay later. But still, just listen to the app.
Spotify, we get the metrics from there.
Love Spotify. Actually, Spotify's interface is very cool. They've been doing like some stuff on the back end, so I appreciate Spotify. Apple, not so much. Clunkers. Let's see what else. Oh, make sure you're following us on Twitter. We're at the Hoops Talk Pod. That has been updated, but we're still the Hoops Talk Talking on Instagram, the Hoops Talk Podcast on TikTok, and then we have our YouTube where you can see us. Today, I'm wearing the WNBA sweatshirt because I'm freezing in Los Angeles. And when we have guests, you'll be able to see our lovely guests talking. We've had some great guests this month. It has been a power. I mean, last month because it's already November. So Rocktober was all about the Hoops Talk, I have to say. Thanks so much to everybody who was on. And I'll do some like TBTs and stuff. I need to get more hard drive in my computer because it's really dying, guys. So
we need to chip in.
My
Does Kindle 9 need to give you an early Christmas gift?
I feel like I need more storage. Just buy more cloud. It's like upload shit because I just need more cloud. Yeah, I need the whole just parcel of the sky would be awesome. With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're back. We're going to do a little roundtable of the Hoopers Halloween and all the costumes that we saw and some other updates in sports. So we will be right back. And we are back. Hey guys, were you guys like living Halloween on Instagram?
Hell yeah, because where else could you live it? Not outside.
I know. I was loving all the costumes. I wrote down a handful, but the list is endless.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, our guest friend of the podcast, Pepper Pursley, had 6 outfits.
So cute.
Iconic.
I loved her Tessa one.
Oh, she was iconic. She did Kamala Harris, Megan McPeak, Asia Wilson, Yara Shahidi, Tessa Thompson as the Men in Black character, and Alicia Clark. And she was spot on. It was so good. I loved it. She posted all of those. They're really great on her Instagram, Dishing with Pepper. Chene Umake as Mary J. Blige. Iconic. She did 2 versions of her too, which is so good. She's so good. Lexi Brown as the mermaid. That was sexy. And I think it like literally was like 3 pieces of clothing, material. She looks so good. Diamond DeShields had a whole crew that was the Dora Milaje, which is the personal bodyguard to the Black Panther and the royal family. They even had horses.
Cool.
They had
horses. I didn't see that one. Now I'm looking.
It was really, really, really impressive. Kuzma and Winnie totally won, I think, as a couple. They were Dorothy Dandridge and Harry Belafonte. Super cute. I mean,
I couldn't hate him for that one. I know. I wanted to, but I was like, no,
they're so cute.
Best outfit he's ever put on.
Yeah,
true.
He levels him up.
What woman doesn't?
She is the level. She's like, whoop. Let's see. Asia Wilson and Joshua Cunningham were peanut butter and jelly and Foot Locker.
I was gonna say they had a couple. The Foot Locker one was great.
Did you see her comment? So good. Her comment that she's allergic to peanut butter, but I'm thick like it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they have an entire brand with Asia Wilson. They need to put more money, time, effort, give her a reality show, get her that money, because she is a personality that is not being
utilized. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I remember some trolls saying, well, what do you expect that WNBA to make money when you've got Asia Wilson out there as a representative? I was like, what? Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't you?
Because he's saying that she acts like a fool. I was like, no, fool. She's wonderful.
Right.
Put money on that shit.
Acts like
Bet
a
on
fool.
women.
Half the fucking guys in the NBA act like fools.
Yeah, hello, come on.
I mean, yeah, well, Kuz
multiple
goes back and
wives.
forth on our scale and beyond. So, I mean, we could talk about that. For days.
Going to a strip club to get some chicken wings when it's
Right.
COVID.
During COVID. Yeah. Not thinking that one through.
Because women, supporting other women and social justice issues are acting fools. Like,
no, that's some crazy ass whack talk. Because Asia is like, she could be the face of the WNBA. She's so awesome. I love her. I love everything she puts out. Vanessa Bryant and her kids, they did a really beautiful set of, costumes that they put on Instagram. I know Pau Gasol and his wife and their new baby, they did like a whole Star Wars theme where the baby was Baby Yoda. So cute. Rob Pelinka also joined them to celebrate. I think they were like Madeline characters and they did some Star Wars characters. So they were like a variety of characters. And I'm just thinking in my heart, like, she's still trying to make this beautiful life for her family, even with so much heartbreak that we have to remember happened in February?
It hasn't even been a year.
Into January.
January.
Yeah. I mean, I still remember that Sunday texting you guys.
I know. I was on that plane headed to DC.
Oh, I had just
crying watching landed. Yeah. Oh, you were there for the Super Bowl. Oh,
I had just landed. I had gotten the baggage claim, and I was on a flight full of all media people from LA because it was a Super Bowl, and everyone got on their phones at the exact same time, and it was just like a collective. What? Yeah, that was weird.
So to see her, really, she's a superwoman.
Holding it down, going to fucking vote,
Yeah, she posted that. She went to vote. Yeah.
Sharing herself and her heart about what's been going on. I mean, that takes a lot.
Dealing with her mom.
Man. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Dealing with the sheriff's department.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Suing them. Damn. I mean, she
send her everything.
God, I know. Send her
love.
Everything. Because she is still, those children look happy.
Oh, I know.
And they look like
loved.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can only imagine, her grief that she's having to push through to do this, and every day seeing her children and seeing Gigi and Kobe in them. It's got to be something for her. So it was nice to see her and her family like on Halloween getting dressed up and just having that joy. Having that joy for them. It felt really nice to see. And then Sarah Spain dressed up as Moira Rose.
Killed it. She
nailed it.
And everything. And she stayed in character the whole
I
time.
love that.
Oh, this is so good. I was hoping to see more Moiras, out there, but she's a specific kind of special baby.
Yeah. You got to get a lot of costume jewelry and wigs to be Moira.
And character driven. Like you can't just dress it. You got to embody it.
Voice, there's her inflection, the way she says things. So yeah, it takes a lot of balls to play Moira Rose. She was awesome. But there was I think even Ciara and Russell Wilson were Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, from the video. I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah, they did the video. There was just it was great to see all of that. And I know there was D Wade and Gabrielle Union were s'mores, I think.
Yeah. The baby was a marshmallow, I think.
Yeah,
and then
it's a marshmallow. The NBA, WNBA family, I'm sure other sports people did stuff, but we just follow basketball for the most part. So those are all on our feeds so I can see them. Highlighter did a carousel of a bunch of the costumes also. And then some people that follow us, they also, shout out to them for dressing up. I know we had some of the fans that posted it on our story. So if you go to our Instagram, you can see some, or they might be gone now, but man, I did not dress up this. I didn't even carve a pumpkin. I think the most Halloween thing I did was on Halloween. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas. And yeah.
I didn't do anything.
I tried it.
I bought a pumpkin. I bought a couple pumpkins. I didn't even watch Hocus Pocus. I always watch Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
I can't get into it.
Well, hey, Ollie was Sia. That was
Ollie was awesome.
I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
awesome.
saw. It's
you know what? She's so good.
She thought of it herself. Like usually I'm like helping her. She was like, I want to be Sia this year. I was like, oh, okay, because I'm down because I can borrow that wig later. It's funny because like hella people when I sent it to friends and family, they're like, they thought it was me.
It looked like you.
Oh shit.
It did look like you.
I thought it was you.
It's getting to that point, guys. Like it's not mini me. It's gonna be twins, and I'm gonna be.
Wait, did you buy the wig or make the wig?
I bought it. Amazon had a Sia official wig. It's still a shitty wig, but a decent shitty wig.
Yeah, it looked good to me.
Yeah. And then we painted a black cat pumpkin. We bought treats. We've been doing a lot of Halloween baking. I have a couple decorations. I mean, watch movies. But man, I've seen some good costumes out there, and that's what I live for. It's like the people who commit and plan. A lot of good zombie ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought I saw another one. I'm trying to think of it, but if I remember, I'll pop it up. But
there was a lot of there was a few Beyonce ones I thought did well. There was a model who did like Beyonce from like Crazy in Love all the way to.
Damn.
Yeah, she did it's like a 10-minute video. I forget the name of the model, but I'll send it to you.
That's nuts.
It was I'm full on production.
Yeah. Well,
and production.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, I saw Saweetie and she did an iconic Destiny's Child cover and she was each one of them.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
that's right.
She did an iconic RuPaul poster one. That was really good, like full production too. And I just love, there's a Beyonce thread of costumes. That itself, just to remember the gold.
Right.
I just love all the little kid ones, like all the Kamalas with their little chucks and their blazers. So all the little RBGs.
Oh, the little RBGs are the best.
I even saw a little John Lewis. He had the trench coat on and he put a little mustache.
I love it. Oh, it's so good to see the youth being just inspired by, people that will soon be our presidents.
Yes.
And vice presidents. That's good. And our icons, our ancestors who've brought us to where we're at today. And besides the horror show, America Horror Story, which is
real nightmare,
administration
the real Halloween on Elm Street
that I watch every day on CNN. Besides doing that, I just couldn't get into too much of the spirit, but I appreciate everybody doing that work.
Oh, I saw one that I thought of us because we spend too much time talking about trolls, but it was Anthony from Fab Five and him and his partner dressed up as trolls, but they were like internet trolls, so troll dolls, but they had like, I just want to play devil's advocate, but like.
Honestly, if I could have if parties were happening, I probably would have gone as like a 2020 work from home Zoom call and been like business on top and then pajama pants and slippers on bottom.
Love it.
Yes.
That would have been good.
That would have been really good. that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. Well, good job everybody who went out and did their thing and got their candy and I'm glad that they were still able to do some celebration, and who knows what Thanksgiving and Christmas is going to look like, but I'm sure we're resilient and we'll all figure out a way to get, something together with our families, which is the most important thing, really. It's like being with your friends and family. So it was really actually kind of pleasant to see that it was very family oriented. So that was kind of cool. And I wasn't mad at that. Another big announcement. Woo! Power couple update. Sue Bird.
In 1 year, baby.
Yep, Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe are engaged. I mean, literally, they broke the internet with that.
They broke it. Both from positive and then, of course, hate.
I don't listen to the hate. Who cares about that? But they literally broke the internet with every sports news outlet.
Yes.
Had something to say to congratulate them. All the other, so many NBA, WNBA players across sports, congratulating them. I mean, this is like super big time.
Power
I really
couple.
feel, yeah.
But also, like, I thought they were married.
It's basically where they just.
It's like, and that's always a good sign, right? Like a couple that's like, oh, you guys, sure, make it formal.
Right.
She wanted to put a ring on it. She was like, I got to get her a ring because she's already got.
She's going to run out of space from her championship
ring. Give her her 5th ring.
Yeah, before she runs out of fingers. For sure. Oh, yeah.
Thumb engagement ring.
She's going to have to be getting toe rings soon with all the rings she has. But I just thought that was so, like, it was super sweet. Good for them. I mean, they're like, they can never break up. Like, nothing can ever happen, ever. Like, for real. I don't know how the world can handle it. That's like if Michelle Obama and Barack broke up.
Oh, fuck them.
Don't even put that out.
I know. I know.
I'm putting it back in.
Suck it back in. Eat it out.
Eat that. Suck it back in.
Digest it out.
My heart just stopped just hearing you say that.
Which, by the way, he was also on the, what is it, The Shop? Is it the show, the LeBron James? I would highly recommend watching it. And he does talk a little bit about being quarantined with his family, which is kind of funny because his daughters were quarantining with them. And it's just, he's like, yeah, they think I'm cool until they're like 14 and now they're 20. So they're like, okay, time out, enough time. I've had spent enough time with you. So it's fun.
I just, how do you not think your daddy Obama is cool? Right. When you remember that just today or yesterday, you posted that 3-point shot of him.
Oh yeah, today.
I mean, the swag after doing it, he was just like,
"It's what I do."
Right?
What I do. The way he was walking away, I was like, "Ooh."
And then the camera goes to Joe, who's just like, "Oh man."
Well, right on these coattails real quick to save the world.
I will tell you, like, I watched him intro Joe Biden at that rally, and you cannot have a better hype person. I mean, it's almost like crazy to follow him in a way, just because the way he speaks and the way he delivers, it's just a gift. It's a total gift, and he's so authentic with it, and I miss him.
How do we go from like top notch favorite president of all time to the worst? Like
racism and a stolen election.
Oh,
that's how we did it.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, and it can't happen.
Yeah, he's been roasting Trump too. He has no shits to give. Like he's
good.
Oh
he's
my God,
he had to suffer 8 years.
I was proud of him because he's like, well, so what? Did no one go to his birthday parties?
Yeah.
Does he need that much attention?
They did, because they probably got paid actors to go to his super spreader events, you know?
Oh yeah.
He's know it.
Roasting him. I love it.
Oh, it's great. He gives no fucks. He's just like, what's good is that he can do it, and it kind of like means like the candidates can focus more on the actual like policies, talking about policies and talking about the things they're going to do while they're in office, as opposed to like, you know, of course, like I'm so exhausted that's more so like, what can we do to stop? And then he mentions that Barack mentioned, he's like, just imagine like we can make politics boring again. And we can all just be like, oh, we don't need to always worry about the next day. Like we all have people in there that we could be like, okay, you know, I feel like I can kind of concentrate on other things. Yeah. I don't want to be a politician. No, you know, right. I don't. And I
want the biggest controversy to be a tan suit. I want to go back to
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be good.
Tan Easter suit.
Yeah.
Yes. I would like that. I would like that very much.
For sure.
So yeah, sorry. Back to Sue and Megan, who were engaged. I was talking about power couples. That's how that started.
That's how I got real.
It's okay. We can talk about Barack and Michelle all day long.
Yeah,
I'm here
all day. And I mean, I'm comparing them to Sue and Megan, who are another power couple who have, you know, been on the forefront of a lot of these social injustices. Sue's has become very vocal.
Right. And Megan's calling out her fucking male colleagues and being like,
yeah,
you guys have the reach, motherfuckers. Like, do something with it.
That's right. That's right.
I don't even know their name. Like, not into like
Ronaldo.
I mean, the men's U.S. team is so bad that nobody even knows who's on it.
Right.
So that's just proof enough that they should be paid more.
Oh, I saw the best Halloween costume ever. It was a woman. She wore a 2020 like little New Year's kind of headband, but she was dumpster trash. So her costume was flames, and then she did like I think it was the SF dumpster. It's all green, WM.
Waste management.
Hey, no joke.
Best.
No joke. 2020. Damn it. This is its redemption fucking moment. Okay. We've paid our dues.
No, please. Whoever's up there.
It's November. We have 2 months left.
At this point, I'm going to the dark arts if I need to.
I'm not kidding. If some shit goes down, I'm driving my ass to Washington, D.C., and I'm joining those rallies. I will take time off from work.
We're going to have to.
If you want to join, come fill up the car. We'll all go together.
Yep.
We'll make bubbles. We'll wrap our
I'll get tested. Bring all my hazmat suits.
Oh, we're going. We're taking time off, and we're going, and we're with our freaking signs, and we're marching because his ass has to go
out.
Fuck, I'll do it remotely. I'll just record myself every day.
Just around your living room.
Yeah, the whole living room. The artwork will be signs.
Oh, hell no. I'm getting in the mix of that.
Gotta get in the mix.
I'm going.
In the mix. Well, I mean, that's why also Sue and Megan are important, because they inspire us, to continue to challenge the patriarchy and those that wish to, take our rights. And they're part of the organization. They know, who they need to support in order to get, those voices heard. And they're so fucking cute. I loved their show. Just them. They won the internet. They won
shining light of 2020, right? One of the few.
I'm so happy for them, and I hope that they are. I can't wait. I hope they have a fantastic wedding. I hope it's fabulous.
It better be on IG.
It will.
Oh, I want it.
The fashion's just gonna be.
I can't wait.
She's gonna wait
for this wedding.
I can't wait for a sleek satin suit, or fabulous pastel hair. I don't know anything. Give me something.
I want them to go to state, get married in every state. Yeah, Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee Sid.
I love that
tour. I love Wynn's tour. I'm just saying, just put it out there.
Love tour.
I love it.
Let's talk about either celebrities or entities of reach that are doing more for the elections, right? Someone showed me when they voted at Staples Center, they got a cool Lakers I voted sticker. How fun is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I heard Steve Kerr was giving out stuff at Chase here as people were voting. Paul Rudd, cookies, milk bar cookies at that. No cheapo Mrs. Fields, all right?
No, this was expensive cookies.
Chips Ahoy.
And it was raining. You gotta
I was saying Tina Charles from the, now she's with the Washington Mystics, but she was out there doing care packages.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's so many. There's tons. And I love that they turned the Staples Center into an election hub. And then, I know when Barack was talking to LeBron mentioned, more than an athlete and what they're doing there and how they're getting the vote out. And so, you're right, Karen. There's so many people that are putting it out there.
I hope more sports arenas across the country are opening up, because there's the whole lack of polling places, and who wants people to stand in lines? If you can open up a few doors, get people, those lines will be shorter, get people in and out. Why not? And then use the love of that team, right? And create stickers and some swag opportunity to see people. Let's do that, and let's not be like, I don't know, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Jack Nicholson.
The platinum plan, that's what he has for Black people. The platinum plan.
I'm like, how much money causes you to want to destroy your people?
Well, I mean, I think the taxes has been the like big thing for whatever reason. I don't know why. It has always been about what people are trying to say they're on this platform for.
Well,
so
first off, 50 pennies, I get why you might be, but you're so soon going to be making under 400K. So who cares? Because you suck. You're not relevant. Little Wayne too. I mean, I like Wayne, but like not now anymore. But also like, you know, he tried to do a Blink 182 tour alternative thing and it sucked and he's feeling some type of way of himself. But the rumor is I heard when he travels, he doesn't bring luggage because he just buys clothes where he's at. So how is money an issue for you and getting taxed? Maybe you should be paying taxes to help other people than to buy a bunch of random clothes you're just going to throw away after a few days.
Yeah. And I honestly don't think it has anything to do with paying taxes because we all have to pay taxes. And if you're in a certain bracket, what happens is that there's a lack of accountability for how the taxes are being used.
Yes.
And if you are a voter who votes for the right people to manage that, you're going to talk about tax dollars, then you're going to talk about the tax dollars that were used to do the Republican convention in the Rose House, in the Rose Garden. All of that, his detail, the shit, the healthcare that this asshole received when he got COVID, we paid for.
Yeah, his hair,
that's our taxes. All of his golf trips.
And all the
golf trips.
Everything. Even his like family traveling around with him. That's our tax dollars.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you paid less or more because what matters is how it's being used. And if it's not being used properly, then you have to go out there and vote. This is not just the top of the ticket conversation that we're having here.
Yep,
this is all down the line. So it's very short-sighted for any of these celebrities or anybody that wants to talk about taxes to not consider that there's more than just the top of the ticket when you have to deal with that. And guess what? Yeah, you got to fucking pay taxes.
And I'm okay with that.
Pay your share.
That's the point.
Why are us who are barely scraping to get by paying
40%,
an outrageous 40% or whatever it is, and you've got enough to travel the country and buy a new wardrobe everywhere you go, and you're gonna bitch about having to pay more taxes?
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be anything. It's like a drop in the bucket for you guys, even if they raise it. And also, too, my whole thing is like when you're that rich, a celebrity. You can work the system already with like claiming a business or LLC for the work that you do. So why does it matter if your fucking personal income taxes? Higher?
If you're a billionaire and you feel you're paying too much taxes, then obviously you're not raping the system well enough. You're not smart like these idiots pay $750. So that's not on the American people. That's on you for being stupid.
Yeah, and you didn't hire a good tax person.
Thank you.
But also, how bullshit that you're gonna say that, and then the people who literally have made you the billionaire are the ones that are like suffering, and you're like, fuck them.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
sorry, like we all know where your heart is. You clearly don't give a shit about the Black community, any immigrants, any LGBTQ, any like women, whatever. It's just all about you and your money. Like, and the people who got you there are the ones that are suffering.
So they don't care.
You don't care.
You don't care. You don't care. You don't care. Look, I understand getting a small check when you have taxes, but you know what? It's the price I pay to live in this country. And I still don't think my taxes are going as far as they should for the people. Like, I wish I could be like, oh, no. Only these taxes go here. They don't go to that shit over there. They only go to the things that I want to give them to. And that's literally when billionaires don't pay their taxes, then they get to decide what they do with their own wealth. And let me tell you, they're not putting it back into any communities or helping anybody.
No. There's like some stat out there that it would be like a pocket change for Bezos to like give a portion of his income, and he could like he could build a house for like every homeless person that's in the country.
He could take care of the entire California school system, maybe even America.
You're talking about people who always go to the bootstrap conversation when they were actually put where they were because of other people or because of inherited wealth. So I don't want to hear that. No mas.
No.
Done.
And you know what? If I got to pay more in taxes to make our goddamn education system better so we don't get freaking idiot-ass Trumpers running around anymore,
take
my money.
Yeah, take my money. And also, too, I mean, the other big thing to me is healthcare. People want to bitch that they were required to get healthcare under Obama and stuff like that. Listen,
terrible.
If the fucking medical industry wasn't gouging prices, period, because you could compare actual bills here to other countries. They charge way less there, and they offer free healthcare. Then we wouldn't have a problem about requiring people to have healthcare because everyone would fucking have it.
Yeah.
Oh, but their biggest thing is the wait times. You have to wait forever over in Canada. And it's like, yeah, if you want to get your fucking tits done, you gotta wait.
I had insurance Kaiser, and I was still long lines. Like,
if you have an emergency surgery, they're not going to be like, "Oh, sorry, your heart can wait. You got to wait 6 months." No, it's like if you want new boobs or a new face, you're probably going to have to wait a little bit longer. So everybody else who has needs that need to be, gotten to right now can get their shit done. Like, you ask anybody in any of those countries, and they're like, our healthcare is perfectly fine, and I wouldn't change it. And I'm okay paying a little bit more in taxes to have it that way. Like, it's just mind-blowing. And it's because these people, they don't understand two definitions. They don't understand the definition of fascism, which they are okay with.
Right.
So they don't have to get socialism, which they aren't okay with. But they don't know the definitions to either of those fucking words.
No. No.
That's why education's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take my money, education.
Yeah, please.
I'm okay with fascism, so I don't have to have socialism. What are you talking about?
They don't know.
Yeah. And
they don't know.
Don't get me started on how quickly you have to rip parents away from their children after they birth them. Like,
oh my God. Well, congratulations, Sue and Megan.
You got it. 10.
You're getting married in a whole new world.
Oh, Jesus.
Muzzle.
Get married now before
Amy Coney butthole takes away your right.
Oh, you're right in general, right? But you know what? The Pope's down with it. So
Amy coat hanger Barrett.
Yeah.
Wire coat hanger.
Yeah. Wait till you better get that done before she puts an end to that. Moving on, let's talk about. Congratulations, Los Angeles Dodgers. I hope you don't have COVID. Like, I don't know where to go with that whole situation. So the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays to win the 2020 World Series. They hadn't won in like 23 years, and it's like their
88,
32 years.
And they've been choking artists for they're choking
it's like their
years.
7th series. Good for them. I'm really happy. So I'm not a baseball fan per se. I like to watch it, and I like to see actually the fans interact on Twitter. Tavi, was one of our guests.
Love Tavi.
I love watching her Twitter. She's super happy with that. And all the other people we follow that are big into the Dodgers. And it was kind of nice to have it in the background. Kind of felt like a little normalcy was happening, in amidst of everything else, just to put on a ball game and go about your business and have that in the background. So they did win, and it was great, but it was mired in some shit. Okay. Because of COVID, which, I don't want to full on blame. Okay. The blame goes back to this administration for being ridiculous about this whole thing. Right. And how if we were on top of it, we wouldn't have had these situations to begin with. That said, okay, Justin Turner, he tested positive for COVID. They were trying to say that that day. Okay. Twice. And they were trying to say it was inconclusive, but no, it was positive. He came back positive. So he got pulled out, I think, in the 6th inning. And they were like, yo, bro, like, you got to be off of, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to leave the field because you test positive. Your test came back positive. Both tests came back positive, which then also in my brain, I'm like, why are you taking tests that we won't know what the result is until middle of the game?
That's the argument that people are making with the MLB is that it hasn't been about safety whatsoever. It's just been about getting a product so you can make money. So what happened was they took the test the day before, and they didn't have the place they send the test to is in Utah, the lab, and the game is being played in Fort Worth, and so they didn't expedite the results from the test before the game even started. So they didn't get test results back until the second inning of the game, which is, you would think, final game of the season, you would get those results back immediately, right? Before anybody touched the field. So that's another issue. That's the second issue after Trump's stupidity in handling the situation.
Right,
then it comes to the MLB not expediting the results. Then they were like, oh, we got to do another test to make sure that it's not like it's a false positive, you know?
Oh, sure.
Then they did another test and they expedited those results and apparently got them within like 3 innings or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, it can be done, which I don't know why you just didn't do it to begin with.
Because they wanted to keep it going. They wanted the Dodgers.
They wanted him in it. They wanted him in it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the MLB clearly has not been in it for player safety. It's like, how many other times did this happen?
Yeah. No. Well, Ken Rosenthal said, he was saying that he was positive yesterday. They got the positive test results back that afternoon. Basically, he ran down what you said, Kendall. And he insisted on being part of the celebration in the end. I just thought, I see this guy. He takes a group picture. He's without a mask. He's sitting next to the manager, Roberts, who had a pre-existing condition because he was diagnosed, with cancer. He had cancer. He beat it. So you have a man who beat Hodgkin's lymphoma next to a dude who just got tested positive within hours of the coronavirus with no mask on. And like, they asked Roberts about it. He's like, well, we didn't touch each other. And I'm like, bro, this ain't a touch thing. This is an airborne virus. Air.
Yeah. And he's like holding a trophy.
Oh, I thought
I
thought that was worse when he kissed his wife full on the mouth.
Oh my God.
Knowing that he's positive.
I mean, she probably is already with him. That's why.
I'm just
I think what's so funny too is that the Dodgers like tried to gaslight people and be like, what you saw on TV did not happen. He was socially distancing. He had a mask on, blah, 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 blah. No. And it's literally like on ESPN, it's like a side by side of like them saying that and then what was happening live.
Yeah. He was in group photos,
making out with his wife. Yeah.
We're watching what what you're saying is not true. Like, stop trying to gaslight us. Yeah.
And then go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, and then there was like the MLB PR, somebody put out a tweet and it was like, we take this very seriously. And it just so happened to end up on my timeline where it was like a picture of him sitting there, no mask, not social distancing. And then the very next tweet was from them being like, we take this very seriously and we're going to have to isolate. I was like, what?
So fucked up.
What? Well, not only do they have to isolate him, they have to isolate the whole team and they have to isolate the other team and all the crew and everybody that
Reporters.
He potentially got into contact with. Mm-hmm. I mean, he went to the 8th inning. I wrote in my notes that they finally took him out in the 8th inning. So he was maybe like the 3rd, maybe they knew something, but he actually was officially like,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
it just put a stain on like a really exciting time.
It would have been better, in my opinion, if they would have said, you know what, I'm sorry, you really can't be on here because we are really taking this. And on top of it, not for nothing, but I thought about this. Magic Johnson is a co-owner who has HIV, who's living with HIV. He knows about deadly viruses, and he is also has pre-existing condition with that disease. And to know that someone on something he owns did that, I'm not saying he needs to be the spokesperson of disease control, because he's living with HIV, but I can only imagine the protocols that he has to go through and he has done to then have this dude come and potentially endanger everybody in the franchise just because he's like, no, I should be able to celebrate. It's like, well, what did you fucking do to get COVID positive?
Right. And it's just, it really sucks for everybody else on the team because like, I get it. You've been working your entire career to get to that point and win that championship and all of that. And it sucks. It really sucks that you can't celebrate with your team. That's a bummer. But you know what? You can't. Sorry. But you can't. So rather than like people talking about the Dodgers winning and it's been 32 years and now LA has 2 championships in the same year, the entire narrative turns to, okay, now Justin Turner's positive. He's out there with his teammates. He's infecting everybody. His teammates are hugging him, knowing that he's positive. His coach is saying, oh, it's okay. We wanted him to celebrate. Like the entire story changes from this big celebration to this entire stain. Yeah, the stain on the MLB and how they didn't, manage it well, and how the Dodgers apparently don't give a shit. Like, you guys just did it to yourself. Like, you took this awesome moment.
And you should have seen Twitter. It blew the fuck up. Like, and exactly what we're saying. And there was like, come on, guys, they want to celebrate. And that was shut down real quick if you pulled that stupidity out. Because that is not the point. This is a time and a platform where we need to see more people that take accountability for the fact that they have a deadly disease and they've contracted it, whether they are showing symptoms, whether they are not showing, it doesn't matter. They have something that could potentially pass and harm other people. And you know that. So that's just like walking into a place with a loaded gun with the safety off. You know that there's a potential to kill someone or harm someone, and you just don't give a fuck because you're like, well, I really wanted to celebrate. It's like, you know what? I'm sure a lot of people wanted to be with their family members when they were dying in bed of COVID, but they had to see them through a Zoom call. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that wanted to celebrate birthdays with their parents or their grandparents, but they can't because they're too afraid that they might, get the disease. And I'm sure there's a lot of kids that want to go and get trick-or-treats, or hang out with their friends at school, but they can't because they have to do a Zoom call. So you know what? That's where we're at right now. And to show that the more important thing is to get what you want because you just won a fucking World Series. All right, bro. That's cool. We know now. We get it. We see. And a lot of people are like, we're not okay with it. I mean, even Sarah Spain, a lot of the news reporters that we follow, they were just not cool with it. They were like, this is straight up crazy right now. Right.
Well, and then you had the people, the LeBron haters. Why didn't you say this about the Lakers and not wearing masks? They were in a fucking bubble and nobody on the team was tested positive. That's why.
Okay, next. Thank you, next.
Tested positive right during the middle of the final game. 1. 2, they've been, rubbing elbows together for months now.
Yeah.
And they've been together. They don't have to wear their masks. They were all just on the court together, not wearing masks.
What?
What are you trying to say? God.
Oh my God. The mental gymnastics people would rather put themselves through than actually just accepting what their eyes saw.
I know, it's just
their eyeballs
real
seeing. It's unreal. It's unreal. And you know what? We're going to get these moments in sports all the time. And it's just, I don't know, I felt bad for what you were saying. I did feel bad for the Dodgers because it was marred by that. But at the same time, it was like, you fucking did it. You guys should have told him, stay in the sorry, dude. You can't. We have to set an example.
There's a shot of him coming out from isolation, if he was isolation in quotes.
Right.
And 2 of the Dodgers players are sitting there in the dugout eating pizza, and he goes and he hugs them. I'm like, no. They're hugging them with the pizza in one hand and around his back. I'm like, oh my God, you're about to put that in your mouth now. What are you guys doing?
Seriously, I gagged. I think I gagged the hardest when he full mouth kissed his wife. And I'm just like, why? If I had something, I would never kiss anyone that, not even an enemy, or maybe an enemy, but at least my loved ones, I'd be like, I don't want you to potentially get this deadly disease. It has killed people. Whatever. Yeah. Well, Justin Turner, that was not a good look. And
nope.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything come out of it now, but I know that they had a quarantine in the hotels and they probably won't even do it, right?
MLB is investigating him, which they're not going to do anything because they didn't do anything to the Astros, who flat out cheated. And
right.
And the investigation starts with them, so they're not going to punish themselves. So They're investigating him. Okay.
It's an asterisk championship, so whatever.
Oh,
you best not come down to LA with that because they're pretty crazy.
Because LA only gets one real championship for 2020. We already know the Lakers, and that's everyone else is an asterisk. True.
Thank you. Now the Rams are all like, oh.
Why the Chargers?
The Chargers.
The Chargers.
I still forget about the Chargers not being San Diego anymore.
That's right. That
night, everyone took to Twitter and they're like, "Your turn, Rams!" And like, you guys know there's another team too, right?
I feel bad that the Sparks didn't get. It would have been cool if it was Sparks, Lakers, just get the whole basketball and baseball, but whatever. They got next season. Speaking of other terrible humans, so Brett Favre, as Kendall put it, still loves dick pics. He came out and endorsed Trump. Duh. I really wanted to say duh on that one. Like, I'm just like, guy. He's also about his taxes, and I remember he asked him some question about like, he really gives a fuck. First off, he's like, well, the NBA and the NFL have really been suffering because people are trying to put politics in the sports, and what would you recommend that they can do to still be able to show their politics but not have it hurt because people don't want to see it? And of course, Trump had no answer. He was just like, these people are despicable. It was just spin. So anyways, this fool came out and he endorsed him with the rest of that crew that's coming out because of taxes or whatever. Does it surprise anyone? Don't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. The guy is a
sponsor for Wrangler. You knew then.
We knew then. We knew. So yeah, from one, as you put it, Kendall, from one dick pic to another dick pic.
If the croc fits.
Right? If the Crocs fit. That's right. He walked into the polls with the Crocs on. Something else I thought was kind of cool was Bleacher Report was listed some most nightmarish trades. They mentioned Giannis to the Warriors, which nah.
I don't think it's happening.
It shouldn't happen. He's gonna be a buck, baby. Bucks on bucks.
He needs some help.
Well, I think it's pretty funny that his
but he's not gonna be a superstar.
Got a ring.
Oh,
his brother got a ring and he did. And he's probably like, I go to another team.
He got a ring for keeping a seat warm on the side.
True. It's 100% true. I don't think he played a minute. I don't think he played a single minute.
Not even a blowout.
No. Yeah, they put J.R. Smith over him. CP3 to the Lakers. I don't think we can afford him. We'd have to get rid of the entire bench.
There needs to be a lot of moving and shaking on that one.
The only team that has a lot of picks and money are the Knicks right now. That's the reality. They really do. So they can buy a championship. Who knows what's going to happen there? They just got a new coach, I believe. I can't remember who it was, but I thought they just got a new coach. We got Bradley Beal to Miami Heat. I don't know. Not mad at that, but I don't know.
Hasn't he come out and said like he wants to be in Washington?
Yeah, he has.
His career.
He's like a Dame Lillard with Portland situation. So we'll see what happens there. But I think Miami should pick up a piece. Because when they had Goric go down, that was huge for them. So I think they need some supplemental players there. Joel Embiid to the Houston Rockets. They need to just blow up the Sixers. Like literally just do anything. And to go to the Rockets, I don't know. I mean, D'Antoni isn't there.
I don't know if I watched one game where he played the entire time. It's always like, he has a hangnail. He's out for 3 weeks.
He hit the backboard with his hands too hard. He's out for 2 weeks. Yeah,
he's tired.
Seriously. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, well now D'Antoni isn't there, so who knows? And I've heard that D'Antoni is going to assist Nash on the Nets. Is what I thought I heard.
Oh, along with Stoudemire.
Yeah, I heard that, which makes me think that since they're kind of in that same system of like the 3-point like fast shooting plays, that maybe that's what they're trying to bring to the team. I don't know. It didn't seem to work well for him in the past. So I think D'Antoni needs his system doesn't work. Is proven it doesn't work. Phil Jackson's system works. Pat Riley's system works. There is some tried and true that are working. I just don't see D'Antoni's system working. But hey, good for them, Nets. And then Devin Booker to the Minnesota Lynx. No, don't see that happening.
To the Minnesota Lynx?
Yeah, with Cat, right?
Wait, so he's going to the WNBA?
Ooh.
You mean the Timberwolves?
Yeah, right? I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he would go anywhere. Why?
The Suns were good. They just need like one extra person to give them a little oomph. Like, quit going to all these teams chasing rings. Build something. Come on.
Well, the off season's already got everybody talking. We got the draft coming up later this month, and I think people are trying to put things in people's ears and whatever. But I don't know. It might be nice to get the Lakers something. I just don't think CP3 is. They do need a point guard. I will say that, but I think he's too expensive, and I would rather bet my hedges on like a younger player. Not to say anything about Chris Paul, but like something that's going to complement AD. Because if they start on Christmas, LeBron is down. LeBron cannot have those minutes.
Period. Why would anyone start on Christmas? It's like they got the quarantine how many weeks away from family and then not even be with family. And then,
they'd have to start quarantine now and start going in the gym. It doesn't make any sense. An MLK start, I can see.
They've already said, like, if they do it on Christmas, nobody's showing up.
Oh, no. They'll be in Cancun still. No.
Yeah, they're like, nobody's going to be there if you guys start on December 22nd or whatever it was.
No.
Like, no.
No, it's going to be like watching G League because they're going to be knowing that it's like the big time. So do you, boo? But just know there's going to be a lot of load management happening until February, March. Okay. Quickly, Mama Money, Karen, what you got? You got some stuff for us today?
A few things. Let's talk about this first. Okay, let's talk about Bet on Women. So, we retreated on the Hoops Talk, Sarah Spain earlier. In general, we saw that the WNBA saw an increase in viewership during COVID amongst and beating men's sports. And just recently, the Women's Soccer League, up viewership 500%.
Wow.
So, Money Green right here, Money Green t-shirt. Thanks, Jamie. Breaking tea. I like it. We got to bet on women, man. And we got to start investing more.
Show that shirt again. Take a screenshot. Yes. I like. Nice.
We got to invest in women more. You guys want to talk about bringing the money in? We just talked about Asia Wilson too. It's like, y'all can put supermodels who are one layer, but you don't want to put these sexy, athletic, intelligent, funny women out there and make money off of them. Come on, guys.
Leaving money on the table.
Leaving money on the table.
Always.
Right. And then, betting, I'm having a hard time here, guys. I've kind of taken a break, mostly because basketball's done. But if we want to start betting on the draft, betting pre-draft, that's always a good thing. If you are sure about your team, whether it's Western Conference, the full championship, put money down. Just throw a little $100, let it sit there, a little investment for the year.
Let it ride.
Right, because you're going to be shocked, Liz. So, not shocked. Okay, Lakers, of course, it's 3-1. We know they're already reigning champions. They've got a great team, big men here and there.
That's right.
But they're still saying the Clippers have a chance. If anything, I'd bet against that.
Oh.
How are you going to bring in Ty Lue and expect change?
You didn't. You literally just someone left the bench and someone moved over from sitting there. I don't understand.
Staples Center didn't even hand out I voted Clippers stickers. I totally forgot. It was like the Kings and the Lakers.
Yeah, that's fucked. And they're still going to, seriously.
Get out, Joel. Get out of here with the Staples. Go to the Forum.
Right. But hey, I'm betting on my Warriors because there was a big break.
A good bet.
We've got second draft pick. We've got our healthy players coming on board.
You got good
discussion of, potentially a new big man. We'll see. We got to match up a bit with the Lakers,
I'm looking forward to the first Nets Warriors game.
Oh, shit, with KD, baby?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that for sure.
I think the Nets might actually be pretty good.
That, I know.
I'm not saying they're not. I think they're probably going to be one of the better in the East, but I'd be interested to see their matchup with the Warriors.
The Knicks better be scared. That's all I'm saying. Balls coming back to
they
Brooklyn.
Don't even do that hard.
Knicks are trying to survive right now.
Yeah, it's like they got no time to be scared. They're just like,
we do exist.
How do we get 5 players on the court?
James Dolan's like, I'll suit up.
Yeah, JD and the Bango band here.
Bango band. Yeah, it's like KD or JD. Pick one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to bet on.
Oh, man.
You guys are getting that fucking CD for Christmas.
Oh,
JD and the 6 shooters.
Oh my God.
Put that out on CD.
I'm gonna put that and hang it by my fruit trees to deter birds. But okay, last but not least, right? Have you guys seen the Prism box of the WNBA cards?
I have.
From Panini America. I mean,
I've seen it on Twitter.
Okay,
yes.
If you want to support women in sports, you need to buy some Christmas gifts. Don't forget, you can just DM the Hoops Talk if you need our addresses.
Oh, that's right. We'll take gifts.
Yeah. And I mean, they're beautiful cards. I mean, these are like first of its kind, gorgeous. Like, let's do this.
They have like, what is it, iridescent a little bit. They have like some 3D motion.
Gorgeous.
They're really nice. I've just seen them on Twitter. That's a good Christmas tip. I like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm already Christmas shopping, guys. It's called, I got to disperse my money. I got to like think what's on sale.
You got to diversify your funds.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Mama Money. We got some money tips and some Christmas tips. So bet on women. That's it for this. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to take our hoops off because I know y'all love it. So we will be right back. And we are back with the final segment, the hoops off, where we take our hoops off and fight one issue each. And it could be about anything. So I'm going to go first today in this episode. Karen, you got me? Okay, you tell me when to go.
3, 2,
okay, I need to take my hoops off for sofa shopping because I do not understand why a sofa is so freaking expensive. And I literally almost got a divorce this morning trying to talk about how much to pay for a fucking sofa. I was literally told you should not worry about the price. You should just worry about how comfortable it is. And I was also told for as much money as we just paid for a new house, why are you being cheap on a sofa? Like, I understand that. I get it. But then I go to these places like Wayfair and they have all these sofas. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to like this sofa. And it's $7,000. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to like this sofa. I'm going to like this sofa. And then it's out of stock. So why not put the sofas that are out of stock on your search? Because that bothers me because I'm like, oh, I really like this. It seems like a good price. And then it's out of stock. Lame-o. I'm telling you guys, sofa shopping, done.
Ooh.
And it's so hard to furnish a new house.
For me, it's like if you spend so much money on a house, why are you going to spend more money on a couch?
Right?
Girl, I don't know. But,
you're all going to be now paying a mortgage and repairing all this shit.
What? And at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, fine. I will listen to your critique of how I'm sofa shopping, but please give me more than just, I want it to be this color. And yeah, that's the input I got was I want it to be either one of these two colors. And I'm like, anything else?
Yeah. Are you sure he's just not throwing money for you to pick the couch? That's why he's like, pick it.
Well, after this, I got to go and talk sofa. So that's why I'm like, I'm down with
lucky
these
you.
sofas. I know. I know it's like, it's at like the lower end of everything that's going on in the world, but it's kind of good to have an argument over a sofa every once in a while to make me feel normal, to make me feel like a human being again.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, let's talk to people who have reach. I'm talking about celebrities. I'm talking about influencers. I'm talking about all that. Mm-hmm. First off, congratulations. You're successful. You're making money. But don't forget why you're making money. Don't forget the people that are buying the products you're endorsing, watching you, your shows, services, anything. And think about them before you make decisions, because there's a reason you have reach. There's a reason you're getting paid is because you touch all these people. And so when you make decisions, and I'm not going to tell you what kind of decisions to make, but I'm going to tell you when your decision's stupid. Do not vote for Trump. Do not support that motherfucker, because at the end of the day, he don't give a fuck about you. Because when you're walking around, he doesn't see your money until you show him your checking account. And guess what? He's going to pay you more to destroy what? More people, generational, your children's children, your grandchildren's children. Like, why? Don't fall for it. Like, I get it. I'm money mama. I like my money, but I earn my money and I make sure other people earn it too.
All right.
Wow, go on.
Nice. She had the time today.
I love it.
1 minute.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you when you're stupid. I mean, that was the part for me.
Not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, Kendall, are you ready for your 1 minute? Okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
Okay, so recently a bunch of white privileged male athletes have come out in support of Donald Trump. I'm talking Jack Nicklaus, I'm talking stupid ass Jay Cutler, and I'm talking Dick Pick King Brett Favre. I'm sure I'm missing some as well. But why is it okay for them to talk politics and not stick to sports? But when LeBron or, entire leagues like the NFL, NBA, WNBA want to hold peaceful protest or talk about politics in interviews off the court, why do they have to stick to sports? And I think probably the one main factor here is the color of their skin.
Yeah.
And that's just fucking racist. And they all pay taxes. They're all humans on this earth. They're all citizens of this country. And it doesn't matter if you're an entertainer or a freaking work at Walmart. You all get a say in who we're voting for and how to vote and what works best for you and your family. So that's all I got.
I love it. You're right. It's racist.
It is. It's racist. They're talking about stuff that I don't agree with. So they need to stop, shut up and dribble and stick to sports. Oh, but these white men who agree with my racism and all that, you go off. Go off.
Yeah, because I don't remember hearing anyone tell Brett Favre to stick to sports.
No.
Jack Nicklaus stick to sports.
No.
I don't recall that.
Remember when Trump tweeted that everybody who kneeled in the NFL was a bunch of sons of bitches?
Yeah.
Hello.
But then he just praised Brett Favre and Jack Nicklaus for endorsing him.
Wow.
It's weird. It's weird how that
It's
works.
getting weird.
No, and you know what? Why is the
Mm-hmm.
hashtag ad and sponsored not underneath their post or letter?
Yeah.
The FTC, is it the FTC? They need to be alerted. This is some shit.
The FCC. Yeah, that is true. You need to get on that with the blocking or getting them blocked.
I don't know.
That's ad sponsored shit right there. That is what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, kiddos. Well, thank you all for listening. It's a whole new hoops talk that we don't know. This comes out on Wednesday, so by then it's going to be a whole new world.
Different vibe for sure.
We are triggered.
Hug the family you can hug right now.
Please be safe out there. Thank you, everybody who's listened this past month, and these past few episodes where we've just been, this season, we've been really dedicated on voting, getting people to talk about the vote, the voter plan. We know that this goes beyond the vote. Very, very willing to put in the time, but we got to start with changing what is in the White House right now so that we continue to, amplify these messages and these platforms and these different things that we need to happen in this world. So again, thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course the Good News Radio Sports app. It's so amazing. You guys got to download that. You can DM us on our social handles. We're at the Hoops Talk Pod on Twitter. We're at the Hoops Talking on Instagram. We're on YouTube and we're on TikTok. So, hey, I'm wishing everybody the best. I hope that when you hear this, it's going to be something real good on the other end. But yeah, with that, ladies, how do we want to keep it? We want to make sure we keep it sweaty and we out.